There we go. Got it. Did it. Welcome, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I have a very fun announcement. There's going to be some sweet event action this weekend, but fear not. For those of you guys joining the stream now, we're also going to be playing quick battles, trying out new units, and I'm going to be having some fierce duels with Aerocrastic, one of the Ever-Chosens himself. So welcome, guys. Also, I had some technical issues with my laptop, so I'm not going to be able to read chat quite as well. I'm going to have to minimize from the games to read things, so my sincere apologies if I'm a little bit slower than usual at answering questions, but let's go ahead and give you guys a rundown. So tomorrow, Saturday, December 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's California time, so make sure to cross-check it with your time zones and all that good stuff. We're going to be having a big old thick tournament, which is going to be quite a bit of fun. So it's going to be a YouTuber / Twitcher / content creator tournament, which is going to be pretty heated. So you guys can see behind me, we do have a bracket. It's going to be Ever-Chosen style, so it's going to be best of threes across the entire day with a best of 5 final to conclude everything. So certainly going to be quite a bit of fun. So firstly, let's talk about the matchup. So the first match of the day, and for anyone who's watching this after the fact, there will be a link below to all these different channels so you guys can see the contenders, kind of scout them out a little bit, maybe pick your favorites, which I think is one of the more fun elements of doing these type of things. All right, so firstly, we have Dav Plays facing off against HDS, who is a Spanish YouTuber, and I believe his channel is called, I might mangle this again, I'm not terribly efficient at pronouncing a lot of foreign names and whatnot, but Hora del Saqueo. And yeah, he's a Spanish YouTuber, a very, very solid player. As a matter of fact, him and Dav have been having a ton of skirmishes in the early access, and I've heard he's quite good, so really excited to kind of see that showdown here. So after that, we're going to have Exploding Hamster, the pride of Germany, facing off against Jenna on occasion. So, of course, you guys have seen Exploding Hamster in Eternal Challenger Leagues. He is a German content creator. I believe most of the videos on his channel are in German, but he is an incredibly skilled player. And one thing about him, I think he has the micro of some of the best players out there. He can micro with anyone, but his builds are very off meta in my very anecdotal experience watching him in ECL and things like that. So I'm really excited to see how this madman is going to be able to come up with new builds using these new DLC units, because again, this is going to be coming in with the new DLC, right? So you're going to be seeing all these new units for the first time. A lot of these players who might be more seasoned with the metagame, right? Playing in tournaments and things like that might not be quite as, ready because, it's new stuff. They don't have time to prepare. So it's going to level the playing field, which should be pretty fun. So, yeah, I did ask a couple. I know there's a couple people in chat asking. I did invite, I invited up a lot of pretty much every major big YouTuber you can think of was invited, but most of them said no, unfortunately. So, we have Jen on occasion, of course, going to be facing off against Exploding Hamster. We've seen Jen in Ever-Chosens. We've seen him casting Ever-Chosens. We've seen him in action. He's a great YouTuber, a great player as well. So really, I don't really have any predictions there. I think that's going to be, it's going to be a good match. I'm really excited for this. So yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is about 7 p.m. in Germany. Correct. So it's going to be your Saturday night, depending on where you are in the world. So after that matchup, we're going to be going down to the Lore Master of Sotek. He himself, the champion of the Lizard Men and the Lore Master, is going to be facing off against my son, Herbert Walker. So for anyone who doesn't know my son, Herbert Walker, he is probably one of the most active tournament hosts in all of Total War Warhammer. He hosts tournaments almost every week. He's just great events and really is a backbone of the multiplayer community. And I've heard he's an extremely skilled Beastman and Greenskin player as well. I think I heard some whispers. So that is going to be going on for the third match. It's going to be Sotek facing off against my son, Herbert Walker, which I always love saying his name. It's always makes me people are like, oh, you have a son? I'm like, no, I don't. It's a There Will Be Blood reference. Yeah. So the German player is Exploding Hamster from Up Above, correct. So for the last matchup of the day, it's going to be Zardar Total War, who is a Greek YouTuber, and he's going to be facing off against City Cav, who you guys probably haven't heard of because he is a Chinese content creator. So City Cav has a very big channel on Chinese YouTube. Essentially, YouTube is blocked in China. They have their own kind of platform there. And I think he has 100,000 plus subs on there, if not 125,000. It's pretty substantial for sure. And he's a multiplayer main. That's what he does. He just does multiplayer. I played a couple games with him in early access, and he's very, very skilled. So I'm quite excited to see him playing against Zardar. And of course, if you guys haven't seen Zardar Total War, he's got a great channel, a top tier campaign player, top tier multiplayer player, very, very skilled. And I'm sure he's practicing quite a bit for this. He does multiplayer streams, campaign streams, all that good stuff. So if you guys are, looking to see any of these guys, you want to scout them out after the stream is over, which it'll be a relatively short stream, probably about an hour and a half. We're going to be dropping links to all these guys in the comment section. And of course, during tomorrow's stream, we're going to have details for all of that. So as far as where the tournament's going to be going, Cortland, good question. It's going to be on Total War Official YouTube, and it'll also be on Total War Official Twitch. So it's going to be getting dual streamed onto Total War Official's Twitch platform as well as our YouTube platform. Yeah, the hair's getting pretty long. We're going for the growing it out for the mullet. So yeah, again, just to recap, we have Dob Plays, HDS, Exploding Hamster, Janet on Occasion, Loremaster of Sotek, my son Herbert Walker, Zardar Total War, and City Cav. Yes, it's a content creator showdown. We had a couple other folks who had to drop, unfortunately, as well. There were some people I was really excited to see in this tournament, but yeah, damn shame. But yeah, we have some really good players. So the first matches you guys can see here are going to be best of threes across the board. Then the semifinals will be best of threes as well. And we're going to be ending with a best of five final, who will be the champion of the FESTAG Bowl. So the FESTAG Bowl is going to be hopefully something that we can turn into a tradition. So make sure to turn up, guys. Come, turn up. Isn't that like a pop culture term as well? But turn up to the event. Come hang out, come support it. And hopefully it's something that we can do every year. And it is going to be in conjunction with Creative Assembly. So hopefully it'll be some good stuff. The mullet is coming for Everchosen. It's not going to be coming for this event. So whenever there's another Everchosen, which of course is the competitive showcase, I will have a mullet for that. That's the plan. Yeah, Lord of the Rings look, all that good stuff. So very solid list of players, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing them in action. Cheers, your son Herbert Walker. Are you secretly Daniel Day-Lewis? Yeah, that's a great movie, but yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. So again, guys, you'll be seeing this tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in. And aside from that, now I know what you guys are here for. You want to see some multiplayer games. So we're going to be going in and we're going to be doing some hot multiplayer action. Yeah, turn up. It's lit. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning the pop culture slang as we go here. All right. So one sec, guys. And now we're going to be jumping over to some battles in which I'll be facing off against the great Aerocrastic. So let me go ahead and grab him. So we're going to set up a lobby. And it will be... let's call it Aero, because again, it's in the early access here, so we don't really need to worry too much about people invading the lobby. And yeah, we'll be playing with new stuff. So yeah, we're going to be having probably about 3 or 4 battles, and then from there, maybe I can grab some other folks to battle to give my hand a bit of a rest, and we can go from there. So let me go ahead and message Aerocrastic. Game is up. Alrighty. Cool. So we'll get him in here. We'll play a couple battles, show you guys some new units in action, live and in charge. And of course, I'm here to answer any questions. My wife is not terribly excited about the mullet, but she respects it because Anna is a huge fan of like 1980s film as well. So, you know, we've been watching like Kurt Russell movies and things like that. So I think she's going to be pretty comfortable with the mullet. Like, we're both big fans of like Kurt Russell, Escape from New York, Escape from LA. We watched, what did we watch the other night? Big Trouble in Little China. We just watched that. So like, we're both accustomed to the mullet. And yes, the tournament is going to be using the latest DLC. So it's going to be having all the new goodies. It's going to be a blast. That's going to be tomorrow on Total War Official. So it's not going to be on my channel. It's going to be on Total War Official YouTube as well as Twitch. And yeah, Aero should be joining in just a second. Let me go ahead and let him know. 1 second, guys. Cool. So what do you guys want to see first? Do you want to see some foul Skaven? You want to see some Dark Elves? We're certainly going to get a lot of good matches going. Zardar, I'm the guy who likes to watch. Yeah, Zardar, as a matter of fact, if you're watching, and Zardar Total War, who isn't here while watching, is going to be playing tomorrow. So perhaps he'll be scouting out some sweet builds and things like that. We'll just do Ashen for the first map, which is always a good one. You guys can see the new portraits as well. Turin needs a torn Gene Vest. I'll wear that. Yeah, 100%. I'll wear that. Not a problem. Yeah, Griven, for sure. It's a great way to support creators. It's going to be good. It's going to be probably about a similar size to Everchosen as far as like viewership and everything. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see what's going on there. Clan Eshin. Yeah, we'll play a game with Raponce as well. Hey, get Aero over here when you can. Then we can have you two battle. Yeah. So his opponents can spy on him for tomorrow. Thank you for the donation. The hot action dirty mullet. Oh my god. Yeah, the mullet's gonna be, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. It's gonna be a dirty one for sure. A great mullet. One mullet to rule them all. And here he is. So let me go ahead and give him a ring. So I'll give Aero a ring here, and we can actually just have some chat. Aerocrastic is actually going to be a referee during tomorrow's tournament as well, so I'm going to give him a call. Get him in here and we'll do some battles. And again, my apologies, guys. I have to minimize to read chat and everything, so it's going to be a little bit... My damn laptop's having issues. It's an old laptop, so... Hey, Aero, you there? Okay, he's coming in. He's got Chaos selected. Perhaps we'll go with the... Oh my god, there's some really fun units for sure. And we actually played a couple matches yesterday as well. So we're kind of tuned up to each other's playstyle. Make sure everything's good here with the connection. Yes, it is. Let me see here. Right. There he is, I think. Hey, can you hear me?
Check. Hello?
Hey, you're perfect, man. Welcome to the stream.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
so,
I was just telling him how you're going to be a referee for tomorrow's tournament as well, because, yeah, we just announced all the details and who's playing and everything, so.
Yep, I saw Flying Taco gave me the tip-off.
Good, man. So what matchup you feeling first? Do you want to go with, who do you want to play? Let's dealer's choice.
All right. I will play High Elves.
You're going to play High Elves? Okay, so High Elves versus Dark Elves. Let's do it.
All right, sure thing.
Don't stream snipe me, bro. I know you're lurking over there.
Same to you.
Was there any changes for the High Elves? I saw on your stream you were having earlier today. There was a bunch of you were like reviewing and trying to find some of the balance change, cost changes. Was there anything for High Elves that you noticed?
Yeah, two really small things. So in general, all the chariots, like mid-tier chariots, got a little bit more expensive, but they gained armor. So Turin chariots went from 850 to 900, but their armor got bumped up from 50 to 80, which really helps the survivability.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then the Blizzard Aura for the Frostheart Phoenix, prior to this patch, did -9 melee attack and -10% armor piercing. So on top of that, they gave it another 2% on the armor piercing debuff, and then they also gave it 12% normal weapon damage.
Okay.
So
that's not bad.
A couple of small touch-ups here and there, but kind of interested to see how it all plays out in the grand scheme of things.
Couple of little tweaks.
Yeah.
Dude, the new portraits are pretty sweet too. I saw the new one for Lithanar and all those guys. They look pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Lithanar. Well, not right now. But...
Yes, give me all your secrets.
But I will be using it more just because of this portrait. It's just it looks way too nice.
I know it's hard not to take it there. All right, I think I got a build. It's a little bit wild. How many are here? Oh man, okay, 1 second. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna do my best to show you like new stuff. I will bring some old favorites, of course, but I'm gonna try and mix in some newbies as well. Yeah, of the two new lords, who do you think is going to be like more of a staple in competitive play? I feel like Malice is probably a little bit stronger, just because he's not like as squishy.
Yeah, I'd be leaning towards Malice. But I mean, the thing is that the Dark Elf Lord slot is really competitive, so it's kind of hard to tell, like whether or not he or Snitch is going to have larger impact. Because also, like Skaven have a pretty what's it called? A pretty wide selection of lords that are all also fairly competitive, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I'm ready when you are. By the way, I got my list.
All right.
Yeah, guys, the new portraits are pretty sweet, and yeah, I'm working on the mullet, so it's work in progress. There will be Skaven. Arrow and I will probably play like 2 or 3 games, and then after that, we'll have Zardar, someone jump in if you guys want to play more, or we can just call it from there. We'll play it by ear. Robert Perkinson from Bangkok, what's up, man? Alistar is So, yeah, Alistar isn't a ranked hero now. Like, you can't pick him in ranked games, like quick battles and things like that, but you can pick campaign exclusives now in custom battles with, like, your friends and things like that. So they've all been added, which is pretty cool. I bet, like, do you think that would really be broken, though, if they added Alistar, the White Lion, as, like, a hero? Like, I mean, he can ride a Star Dragon, but you pay 3,000 gold for it.
I mean, if I'll be entirely honest, I think he's kind of bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's, like... Yeah, we had it's not that broken, I don't think.
Yeah. There are a couple of units where you're kind of like, it's kind of an in-betweener. Like, there are some that for sure the power level is way too high for multiplayer.
Yeah, like some of the Empire stuff I think would be pretty brutal. Like some of the Elector count specific ones.
Yeah.
Like the Emperor's Wrath steam tank.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy. But I think most people have kind of committed to not keeping the campaign exclusive units in the back burner for the time being, because it's kind of difficult to, like, you know, parse out which ones are suitable for tournament play, and then it kind of opens up the discussion of, like, well, why is this okay but that isn't?
Yeah, so, I 100% agree. Like for vampire counts, imagine if, and now in multiplayer, guys, when you go into multiplayer and you pick vampire counts, you can play with Sylvanian crossbowmen and Sylvanian handgunners. Not in quick battles, but again, like imagine how much that would change. Like having a unbreakable front line with like handgunners and crossbowmen, that would, like, you know, completely change the game, especially, you know, the playstyle of vampire counts and whatnot. But yeah, I don't think, you know, having those guys is going to be prudent for like competitive play or multiplayer. I don't think it's in
Yeah.
quick battles either, so I think we're safe. Although obviously we haven't had the chance to test that yet.
Yeah. I think CA did say that it's not going to be in quick battles. So just grab some friends, open up a free-for-all lobby or something, and
Yeah, try it out.
you know.
Treat yourself. There's some interesting ones too, like the greenskins, for example. If you look at their campaign only ones, they have what's it called? The dreaded spider hatchlings. You can just bring them for like 100 gold, and they're like super fast and apply poison. I'm like, damn, some of that stuff's really, really good. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, you have no new units, unfortunately.
Yep. Just taking one unit that's been adjusted a little.
Alrighty. Got a wizard here. You're a wizard, Harry. But you lurking over here. Cool. Oh man, they make scary sound effects. Cool. I think I'm all good to go, man. And I'll minimize in the meantime, answer some questions in chat. So why don't I stream on Twitch? I don't know. I've always just enjoyed streaming on YouTube, to be honest. The community is very friendly. People are great here. Like, it's all good. Am I going to play Phoenix Point? What is that? Do you know what that is? Is that a game?
Phoenix Point? I think it's something that came out just recently.
Bubba's Big Blast? I'd be willing to look, but yeah. Who is your buddy today? It's Aerocrastic. So if you guys haven't seen Aerocrastic, head on over to his YouTube channel. You stream pretty often, right? Like a couple times a week at least?
Yeah, I've been having some issues with my restream though. So what I've been trying to do lately instead is that since Twitch seems to get better quality streams for me, I stream to Twitch and then upload the stream back to YouTube.
Got it. So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Aero, just career-long competitive player, and also is the winner of whichever chosen. You won the Vampire Coast one, right?
Yeah, that was, I think, the third one. So Gobble King was the first winner, then Soothsayer, then myself, then Soothsayer again, and then finally our newest ever chosen, none other than Felcon himself.
Yes, and we have Felcon's creature here for you to fight, so we have the dreaded Chill of Santar.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I just readied up instinctively.
Oh, I'm good to go, so.
Let's do it.
Do it.
I don't know if you're ready for the Medusa, though.
Maybe I am.
She's coming. I feel like she's a little risky against High Elves simply because of the archers, but yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a whirl. Oh, chariot fight. It's time.
Chariots on chariots.
Yes, this is going to be great.
This is the pinnacle of modern combat.
It is. Look at you shooting your arrows there, too. Man. So you got some Modern Sea Guard over there, which is cool. Poke a little bit of this. Get ready for that big blob fight that's eventually going to come.
Yep. That's Malice.
Oh, you got to bring the Malice, man.
Oof.
Yeah, the Hydra's really, really strong against infantry. Not so good against like other stuff, in my experience, but it's really powerful. Like we were in the game we were doing yesterday when we were testing it out versus Chaos.
Yeah.
It's really, really
pretty solid.
Pop a little Demon's Cursage.
Oh. That is the blob of blobs right there.
Yeah, I didn't actually have that much in the blob. I mean, my Harvesters got pounded pretty good, but aside from that, it wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of this. Come on, the chillest of beasts.
Oh no.
Oh no, Chill of Santar. Will you hold? This is the moment of truth.
Maybe, maybe not. Get through it.
He's trying to. Alright, let's pop some big old blob fight abilities.
Oh, Malice transformed.
He did. I feel like it's like do or die now, you know? I gotta come in and do it.
Yeah.
The dreaded Chill of Santar is having problems here. Yeah, the Scourge Hunter Chariot seemed pretty powerful against Ilves, though, for sure.
Yeah, really solid, like that anti-infantry.
Also against the dragon and stuff.
Yeah. I think they're really nice because it's like a mix of, what's it called, unit coverage, because normally you specialize armies really heavily with, like, you know, certain units that are meant to handle large or infantry, and the nice thing about Scourge Runners is that they kind of do a little bit of both, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Go, Malice. He always has absolute power, that's pretty great.
Is that his Zarkan?
Yeah, it's one of his Arcane Mines.
Nice.
Oh no, Medusa. And you said they have pretty good mass too, huh?
Yeah. I've seen them push through some pretty impressive blobs of like really heavy infantry, like Chosen.
Yeah, that's cool. A little bit of AoE damage coming in. Scourge Hunter Chariots are now out of ammo, unfortunately. I think that's going to be my death knell here.
Yeah. Really close, though. Ariel's getting whipped. Oh, man.
She is. The demon thirsts. So does the Chill of
Slaanesh
Santar.
wants those elf souls.
I know we're trying. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, and Tazarkan ebbs, you know, he ebbs and flows. Yeah, those chariots are really damn good. Like, the amount of poke we were able to get on the Star Dragon early was just, oh, so good.
Yeah.
Come on, Chill of Santar.
Bonus is just awesome.
It is. That explosion did okay damage.
Yeah.
Certainly not bad. But yeah, you had a pretty good build, like, in your threat saturation. Like, you had a lot of targets I had to deal with, and maybe, like, more Scourge Hunters would have been good. I don't know how good the Medusa was. Did you feel it was worth it?
Probably not. I mean, it doesn't seem to make great contact on cavalry.
Yeah. It's an interesting one.
Entities, it's like an in-betweener. Yeah, I think it's definitely more of like an ancient salamander type of unit.
Yeah, probably not so good against factions with like archers and stuff, but we had success with it yesterday against Chaos.
Yeah.
And I thought it might be okay against like poking down spearmen en masse and like things like that, but it wasn't. Probably just cutting that and, you know, getting another Scourge Hunter Chariot I feel like would have been super good, because yeah, you had 3 Dragon Princes, damn.
Yeah.
That's meaty for sure. And we noticed that the Medusas yesterday don't do much damage against like cav units at all with their missiles. Did you notice that as well?
Yeah, I think it has more to do with like the damage profile being. It's really weird. So like the primary missile attack is like 90 total damage at 60 AP, 30 non, and then the explosion is 30 AP and 120 normal, I think.
Yeah.
So, like all the damage from them comes from that explosion. But
right.
Against cavalry, which is in kind of a loose formation, you just kind of like say F that guy in particular,
yeah.
but then it doesn't really hit anything else.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of what matchups the Medusa would be really good. Like, where do you think it would really shine? Maybe as a one-of against Chaos, just to like kind of have.
Yeah, I'd lean towards Chaos, maybe Greenskins.
Yeah, because it causes terror as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. outside of that, like maybe you could make it work against lizardmen, but you have to be really careful because like stegodons and carnosaurs will be
Yeah, they're not the Medusas have a decent HP pool, but they have pretty low combat stats and low armor too, so they can get butted up pretty good by like even Saurus spears, or skinks can probably hurt them even like just in combat. Who do you want to play for the next game, brother?
Let's see.
You want to play Skaven? You want me to play Skaven?
I'll throw some Skaven in there, sure.
All right, so I will do some Bretonnia. We'll get the. Oh no, I have to play the Chevaliers. Hold on, where are they?
Oh, okay.
Let me minimize real quick and answer some questions in chat. And again, guys, my apologies. My laptop's like MIA. So, are Wood Elves getting any better this patch? I didn't see. Wood Elves are already a very strong faction, though. I think so. I think, yeah, I don't think you need to worry about that too much. All right, 1 second here. Giovanni says, been watching for a while, and I'm wondering, in total, we're worth buying in 2019. It's probably worth buying, to be honest. I think it's going to be a while before we get 3 anyways. So I think it's worth it, man. And hey, thank you so much, Lars, for the donation, for the 20 euros. Really appreciate it, man. And you say, some love for the live battles with upcoming content. Was looking forward to this. Great start to the weekend. Cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And now you get to see Rapunzel coming in with her "Can I speak to your manager" haircut against the Skaven. This is going to be good. Oh, so you're going regular Skaven. Okay, you're not going Clanessian.
We can do Clanessian.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll do it.
You want to do the Deathmaster versus the Rapunzel?
That's what we're here for, right?
It is. Huh, I wonder who else would be fun here. Lord Manticore summoning calls to me. Do you think that's something that like warrants a nerf? Or is it just something that like barely keeps the lore of beasts like alive?
I would probably lean towards a nerf. I was testing with
It seems pretty oppressive just spamming like Manticore summons when you already have like a bunch of other single entities. It's like,
yeah, like Manticores. So here's the weird thing. Manticore summons, despite all the nerfs, like for 13 Winds of Magic, you're basically getting like a 2,000 damage spell out on like a War Sphinx.
Yeah.
And then anything else with a similar stat line would also suffer about as much. And then there's also, of course, the case of like Lords on horseback and things like that being goonable by these summons. So I'm leaning towards them probably increasing the power cost by a bit.
Yeah, I'd like to see a nerf as well. Just it seems like it's just such an like, oh man, it's pretty obnoxious when you're already facing 3 single entities and then 2 Manticores are on the battlefield on top of that, and like it's just like, oh god, it's just it's a lot, you know.
Right.
Let's see here. So I'm taking this build so far. Got some schemes, guys. Repants is coming in. As far as calf units goes, yeah, that's probably fine. Alrighty. Just about ready. A peasant-only army. Turin, Stock Exchange closes soon. Who's the thickest of them all? Dude, I have no idea, man. St. Augustine, thank you, man. Peasant army. There's peasants. It's not going to be peasant only. Hey, Turin, do you like the new Skaven or Dark Elves better? I prefer the new Skaven stuff because I like Skaven more than Dark Elves, but in general, I think the Dark Elf stuff's pretty strong. Tomatin says, Turin, looking forward to it. Was surprisingly interesting free lord. Really like, yeah, she seems decent. She has some nice debuffs. If we take a look here real quick, guys, you can see the Halo of Maidenly Wrath. It's a blind, which is really good. Melee defense, melee attack, does a little bit of damage. Pretty decent AoE buff in Flare de Lis banner, which gives melee attack and melee defense as well. And the sort of Lyonese, or Lyons, or however, how do you say that? How do you say where she's from?
Probably Lyonesse.
Lyonesse, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for mangling that, but it's not a bad item. You know, it's decent. So yeah, we're just doing it to it.
Let me ask my chat. I think that Xiphos is in.
Yeah,
here.
Xiphos is. I saw him lurking. So yeah, let's get Xiphos' opinion on this.
Xiphos, you there? We need some help. How do you pronounce it?
Help us! I'm too weak. All right, I think I'm good.
I think I should be too. Just making some final touches.
Oh, I got to change the map too. I guess it doesn't matter really. I'll do Ingui. It's fine. Rapunzel is coming to speak to your manager, dude. It's time. Yeah, Bretonia with a bunch of like characters now too. You can do Henry, you can do Gotrek, Green Knight, Felix. There's like all kinds of wild combos. Oh, you can actually bring. Did you know you can bring the Fey Enchantress if you go with the Chevaliers?
Yeah, so I was
Oh,
actually
shit.
saying earlier that I thought that
Fey plus Henry. That's pretty powerful.
yeah, I was thinking that the Chevaliers faction might be kind of the same thing as with like
Avalorn.
High Elves and Avalorn.
So you just don't see High Elves anymore. You just see Chevaliers. Well, but Lewin's really good though. Lewin is like a powerhouse. Alberic actually isn't bad either. So I still think there'll be some variance. It's not like how oppressive Valariel is. Like your stars last game were just so good. It was just like so much value on those Dragon Princes.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty mean. So here we go to Angui. The Bretonians defending against the dreaded Clan Eshin. This was actually the first battle I fought in the early access. I was against Sotek. It was really fun.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll be bringing some pretty cool stuff here.
Zero Gamer, you got to head out. Hey, take care, man. Take care. Turin, our foot square is underperforming at the moment. No, I think they're just more match specific. Leoness is what someone in chat says. Leoness.
Leoness?
Yeah. Do you think CA will give all Warhammer 1 race? Yeah, probably. I would imagine so. I bet you they'll just go across the board and give people a second batch of DLCs would be my guess. No guarantees, of course, but, it could happen. Yeah, like, as far as lore goes, Rapunzel has been gone for, like, forever. I'm pretty sure she's, like, the timeline's kind of out the window, which is cool. It opens up characters of the ages of old. Wouldn't it be cool to get, like, Snorri Whitebeard or something? Like, in his original form, and he can, like, transform into the White Dwarf in battle. Okay, so you're gonna have all sorts of sneaky Guando rats everywhere and ambushes. Have you played with Skaven?
Just a little bit. Not too much as of late. Ever since they kind of ascended to top tier, there haven't been too many people interested in seeing them as much. So
yeah.
I haven't been playing them.
Now they're even better for sure. Sripple, thank you for the $5 donation. Are you saying Araby? You want Araby in the game? Well, I don't think we're going to see Araby because pretty much all of Araby's like locations are now starting locations for other legendary lords. Yeah. I don't think that's something like, because basically I would imagine CA has to get approval from Games Workshop for all their stuff, so I don't think Games Workshop would ever approve Araby. But you never know. You never know.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, seriously. There are some factions I wouldn't have expected. Rapunzel is coming. She's ready to be sniped by some sharpshooters.
Well, we'll see if that is actually what happens, because I do not have any sharpshooters.
Oh no, do the mortars come? Dude, I love the mortars. Oh, they're so fun. I have some peasant mobs with their pitchforks. Alright. Let's get you. I have to be very, very wary here, guys. There's a lot of treacherous rat folk about.
Indeed.
It's kind of scary, to be honest. Like, I actually feel that dread that someone would feel facing off against this clan, Because, like, I just don't know where you are, like, what your plans are. It's like, other Skaven, you're like, alright, there's gonna be, like, wheels and Giselles, but with Clan Eshin, it's like, where are you, man? Where's that army at?
Yep. Things sneaking all over the place.
What did you send me, Ryan? Ryan said he sent me something. Oh, maybe he's talking to someone else. Yeah, so for anyone tuning in, at the beginning of the stream, we did announce that tomorrow there's going to be a YouTuber tournament going down on Total War Official and on YouTube and Twitch. So that'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you want to see the announcement, all the details, who's playing, head back to the beginning of the stream and you guys will see it there. But for now, it's just going to be like showcase matches and, some fun times with Aero here. All right, ready when you are.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so no sneaky vanguards in the corner, like I was expecting.
Definitely dangerous for people to do that. I know people do like their deep vanguards, but it's very high risk and not always high reward.
Yeah, it's a little bit dicey, isn't it? Well, I don't know. I was expecting a little something something, but what do you have here? You got clan rats, you have poison wind mortars, Giselles, pretty cool stuff. And I assume the Deathmaster is on the prowl.
Maybe, or maybe he hired someone else. We'll
Or
see.
a Master Assassin has been brought in. Alright, so we're gonna go in there. Better watch out. Oh no, what's this? Some Guando rats?
Uh-oh. I've been spotted.
The rats have been caught. We're taking some fire, lads. The dreaded Warlock Master comes.
Quite a few pilgrims you got over there.
Yeah, trying them out, man. You know, seeing what we can get going there. Let's get Rapon's getting in there as well.
Oh, that's quite a squad, all right.
Yeah, it's a nice little goon squad, Rapon's and Henry here.
Serve and obey! It shall be down! Understood! Ready for battle! At once!
The approach quite punishing.
Indeed.
Knights errant! At once! Quick march!
Get Rapon's in there, get a little bit of massive Henry.
I think his name is hilarious.
It's pretty great.
At once! Grant me your wisdom! Hastily! At speed! Proceed! Remember your vows!
Oh no.
Give me that rat.
Rat, no.
We serve our liege! Right! Immediately! We obey! Now!
Get in there, massive Henry.
We are ready! Stick him good!
Pretty massive.
Yes, my lord!
He is the massive indeed.
Put them down! Swiftly!
I wonder what part they're talking about.
I was just waiting. I was just waiting for that.
My blade is yours! Charge! Spurs axe! Stir your stumps! Fill them with holes! Vanquish them! Bretonia needs me! Run them through! Orders! Knights errant! God help us! Paladin of Bretonia! Annihilate! 'Tis an honor! Hastily! Right! Squash them flat! Yes! I seek glory! Forthwith! Serve and obey! Doing our duty! Take the ground! My soul is aflame! For the king!
Let's get in there with those guys. Cause some shenanigans in the back line, perhaps.
Forces ready!
Definitely pretty wild out here.
It is. It's an untamed land.
Réponse de Lyonnaise! Your word?
For the king! Right hand! Yes! At once! My blade is yours! A pace! Yes! Run! As you say! Clear out! Orders! Loyal and true! Victory is assured!
With fury!
Legendary paladin! I am your man!
At once!
Have at 'em! Quick march! Orders! Bow knights! Serve and obey!
Orders! It is her will!
Yes, my lord!
Let's go, Rapants.
No!
Fight for the lady.
Get out of there!
Run!
She's coming for you.
Paladin of Bretonia! My soul is aflame! Cut them down! Trample them!
Power of the lady!
Trample them!
Quite a fierce battle, huh?
Fill them with oaths!
Yeah. I think you're slipping ahead by a little bit now.
Yeah, Henry's getting pretty deep back there.
Orders! Bretonia needs me!
He's causing problems. It's mainly shutting down the frickin' Giselles,
Doing your bidding!
because they were just like gooning my powerhouse characters.
Now!
My lord!
Battle Pilgrims are a pretty nice little anchor piece too, though. Those guys, I think, against Skaven, like, they're shielded.
Hero of Bretonia!
You know, they definitely bring a lot to the table here.
The Leoness!
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
What do we have here? Skaven slaves? Okay.
For honor!
Definitely a nice option for dealing with lower tier Skaven infantry.
For the king! At once! We serve! Ride them down! For the king! God help us!
For the lady! Oh no, the Doom Wheel's in the back.
Lose!
Going, little wheel.
We serve the king! The Lord's will! Paladin of Bretonia!
Just gotta make sure those Giselles stay gone.
The wind!
That's the key.
Hugh of Hall!
I think if you had broken Henry too, it would have been a pretty bad situation for me. He was pretty
Yeah.
close to the edge of the battlefield, and like had he broken there, that could have been pretty disastrous.
For our lady!
Yeah, definitely.
He's a pretty big player for Bretonia, I think.
It's really nice having that like AP anti-large option.
Yeah, yeah, because it was always hard for Bretonia to deal with like constructs. I mean, you had Lewin, but now having like a second character that can do that. Granted, I mean, you can't bring him and Lewin. That would be like really good
Right.
if you could get both those guys.
Peasant foemen!
All right, let's rally some of the boys.
We serve the king!
At once!
For Leonke!
I see much!
Honor and glory! Quick now! Yes, my lord! Right them!
Pop the sword of
Give the
Lioness here. See if we can karate chop that Eshin sorcerer a little bit. What mortar is that? Is that the Poison Wind, or is that the...
Ready
This one's the poison wind, yep.
It's a pretty great battle here, coming down to this final showdown in the middle. Yeah, look at that terror route, though, on the Rat Ogres. That's so nice for Bretonia.
Yeah.
Like, your lord can be doing other things. I don't know how, like, competitive Rapunz is, but certainly doesn't seem bad by any stretch.
She seems alright. I mean, definitely better than having a foot lord.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, the AoE blind's pretty good.
Ride them down! Ready to
Definitely not bad at all.
For the king! Spearman at arms!
Let's get you guys going in there, get some peasants going to do battle.
Honor the lady!
Oh, Henry's pretty much at his healing cap, huh?
Paladin of
Yep.
Bretonia!
Nice, get a little bit of that going in there.
Spearman at arms!
Gonna try to blob up a little over here, but I think that Warlock Master's going down, and with it should be.
Yeah, he's pretty done for here. Oh, look at Henry, what a beast! Pushing through the Skaven.
Oh, man.
Like the wind!
You require
Now we can drop a heal here. Do the Maidenly Rat to get blind on those Rat Ogres.
grant me your sight!
Yeah, GG.
It's game. GG.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. The Guando Rat layering is pretty scary. I was really
Yeah.
expecting Deathmaster. Oh man, that was a ferocious one.
Okay, so Chosen One. The new spell is like a Traitorkin, so it does really low damage to single entities, Strips tons of models from cavalry and infantry, though. It's got a weird, really, really weird damage profile.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I tried it against Dov the other day, and I definitely was like, it was weird. I didn't dig it. And it costs like what, 16 wins of magic? It's really expensive.
16 at base, 20 overcast, I think, or 22 overcast. Yeah. So overcast, it strips 10 models from cavalry, which means a standard cast should probably be like 6. So this is basically like AoE Spirit Leech, I guess, but it's worse versus single entities. So it's like really hard to describe what to compare this to.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
just well, at least it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Batcow says, you want to see Norska? Yeah, we'll see if we can mix in some Norska. And yeah, yeah, she sounds angry for sure, Rido. And Henry is massive. A massive erect charge. Oh, Jesus. I knew that was coming.
That's a new one.
That's good. I like that. He's a beast, though, and he is bigger than other paladins. If you put him on foot and stand them like side by side, he's a little bit larger, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'll play Skaven this time. And
All
you,
right.
whoever you want, dealer's choice, man.
All right. Well, someone wanted Norska, right?
Okay, let's do it. I don't know how good the new stuff's gonna be against Norska. Let's try it. Let's see if the Deathmaster can take on a mammoth.
All right.
So we're on Alpine Ridge. That should be fine. All right, guys. So now we're gonna do Clan Eshin against Norska. I'm a little bit nervous about this, but you know we're still gonna try. Gimli in chat says, okay, hear me out. Rapunz, Green Knight, Henry, Gottschalk, Felix, in a hero blob. In a custom battle, you could do that, but in multiplayer and tournaments and quick battles, you can only bring 3, including your Lord. Hey, Charterland, take care. Cheers, man. All right. So I have a rat. Zardar says bangs. Greater than a rat, hairy rat.
It's not about how much hair you have, it's about where it is.
There you go. It's all in the chest, of course. All right, let's do this. Get some Skaven here and there. Yeah, so if you guys look on the bottom, I could bring campaign exclusives here in this custom battle. Warp Fire Wheels, like freaking the Black Hole Flares, the Eye Takers.
And over here on the Norskin side, you have Azric the Maze Keeper. Kevlar the
Oh, you have the
Tormentor,
mortars too, don't you?
Iceforged Legion, the triple hell cannon thing.
Dude, don't do that, please.
I'm not.
That would just be straight up destruction. Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Okay, guys, we're trying to stay somewhat in theme for Clan Eshin here, but we're gonna have to mix in some other stuff. To try and survive the onslaught here. I think like what new units here would be good. A little bit of this. I'm curious to get my hands on the patch notes as well, like see some of the changes.
Yeah. I'd really like I wish they would give it to us now, but of course not everything's finalized yet, so.
Yeah, they'll probably still make some tweaks. Like, so some of you guys, I remember seeing comments in some of my earlier videos about how powerful the Death Globe mortars are, but they actually got nerfed, like in between the first embargo drop. Like they got nerfed between that and like the second batch of videos we put out. They got a cost increase and they're less accurate now. Imagine Lewin, Henry, and a Felix Goon squad. That would be fun. Felix, though, is on foot, though, so he wouldn't be able to keep up terribly well is the only issue. Was my only issue I can foresee, my friend. Okay, this is going to be wonky as hell, but let's try it.
I mean, wonky's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's certainly not bad. Okay, him. Got that to just get where we need to be. All right, I think I'm ready.
I think I'm good to go here too.
All right,
So
let's do it. This is very experimental, but it could actually be good.
I've got a couple things in here by chat request as well, so
Oh no.
we'll see.
Don't do it, man. Don't bring the beast. The Lord, bring like 30 mana cores. Oh god, I don't even know how I would stop that. Like if you just spam Manticores. They're pretty good against Skaven too. For 800 gold, you get something that can like kill their lords and also is like causes terror. It's like, oh.
Yeah. And they're really nice too. Like usually if they rampage in the middle of the back line, you don't really care because
Yeah,
you
it's
want them
like-
to be there anyways.
It's free real estate, man. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Fabian Roth, I haven't really tried the Master Assassin too much. I just really enjoy Deathmaster. But maybe before today's stream's over, I'll try. Yeah, Wonky.
Master Assassin has its uses.
He's good. Looming Dread is not bad for sniping too, because it gives the negative missile resist potentially. But weren't you saying that just like straight up doesn't work? Was that you yesterday who was saying like it doesn't?
Yeah. The missile resist. So I don't know if this applies to all abilities. Still need to test that. But basically, all it does is instead of applying missile weakness, it just takes away missile resist if the unit has it.
Okay, yeah. So like for lords and stuff, it's good. Mighty Mage Kronk. I don't know about Raponce's campaign stuff, so you'd have to ask Italian Spartacus. He's playing that campaign right now. Norska, Rush, Papa Turin. We'll see if I can endure it. I don't know, man. I got some fun stuff. Got some guns and some rats, things like that. So yeah, as far as army goes, you guys can see, you kind of get the picture. It's going to be very much. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Rattling gun.
Yes.
I'll be eagerly anticipating.
Rattling gun.
I think you'll kind of see what's coming here.
Let's check
It's
the
not like
numbers.
super clandestine, actually. It's like very, I don't know, it's like a mishmash of things, I suppose.
Looks a little bit kitey. You're at 876 models.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I would say kiting, but we'll get to the bottom of it here in just a moment.
Alright. Sounds good.
Ready, ready.
Alright, let's see, like, where do we go? I guess we'll just take that good old-fashioned approach here. Alright, I'm ready. You're gonna love it.
Alright.
You're gonna dig it, man.
Alright, good to go over
Hey,
here.
Gojira, good to hear that, man. And probably after another game or two of myself, we'll probably have some other folks play, and I'll just cast the games. Having any tips for Tomb Kings when facing dwarves? Tomb Scorpions are really good. Nahkar Horsemen, Skeleton Horsemen to like chase archers. I'm not a fan of like Ushapti Great Bows in that matchup simply because of cannons, but... Alright, you ready?
Yep, good to go.
It's a hard matchup. I think it's like a matchup that actually isn't bad for dwarves. Oh no, the dreaded Frostworm.
Oh, what are we looking at here? Rattling guns, warp grinders. Oh, I see the synergy here.
You like that? You like what you
Alright.
see?
Alright, let's see how we can do.
Yeah, the Master Assassin probably wouldn't be bad here, actually. I wish Game had a flying unit.
Yeah, flying units would be nice.
Oh, clever girl.
Oh, hello.
Deathmaster's just squealing and running around.
Ah!
He's so great. Like, I love this game and stuff, man.
Pretty funny. It's
really
the
good.
funniest thing is that the factions like exists for comic relief practically.
But they're also, like, super terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the glory of it all.
Oh,
Got a little bit of pokage, not much. He'd be alright.
yep. Alright, let's see.
Rattling a gun. Slicks ready. Moving. Take. Rattling a gun. Hot attack. What orders?
How do I want to do this?
Scampering. Scamper, scamper. Scotty, yes. Yes, yes. Enemy foe. Sharpen blades. Yes. At once.
Alright, this is a wild ass battle. I don't even know what's happening.
I have no idea what's going on. It's just chaos.
It's good though, it's good. It's very, very thematic.
What? Yes, master. Scary. Skaven. Yes, yes. I will go now. Yes, yes. Plan advance.
Well, that flank is certainly not looking healthy.
Not at all.
Hasten, hurry. What? Faster, scary.
Come on, help it. What are you doing? Get over there.
Move it, going. So be it. Slice. For the vermin time. Day, priest.
Oh man, Deathmaster just can't even kill this caster over here.
He's having some trouble.
I know he is. He's not doing too hot. Not doing it too hot.
Blades sharper. Yeah, you find the kill. Sorry, right.
I love the Skaven voice lines, man. They're so good.
What orders?
Hilarious.
War grinder. Our tile's yours. Skizzer and leap. Now, yes.
Oh, you have two casters. Oh, man.
Yeah. Just a little bit of insurance in case one of them bites the dust.
Yeah, absolutely.
War grinder. My blades are ready. Go. Red fox.
There you go. It's a good assassin.
Advance retreat. Most, yes. Tyson, hurry. Now, ready now.
Oh, the gunners are back.
There are some lurking in the shadows, yes.
Right. Slaves, stand. My blades are ready. Go. At once. I am ready. Play, freeze. Free.
The Deathmaster lives.
Rattling gun. And dying loyalty back.
Uh-oh.
Slicks ready. Fear none such.
Oh, how do you get caught over there, buddy? Nice little burning head there, roasting some rat boys.
Bats and roses. Everyone's favorite band, right?
Oh, dude. 100%. Oh, it didn't work. Shit. I don't know what kind of damage that actually does against Okay, so you can't snare single entities with Deathmaster. You can only snare like lords and heroes and stuff.
Okay. That's interesting. Oh no!
The assassin! He really does murk those casters, though.
He does.
Yeah, in the beginning he took his time, but
Probably just some bad attack rolls. Lots of ones.
yeah, I was rolling pretty hot on those.
Oh!
Okay, we're good. That wasn't too bad.
Didn't do too much. That one council guard right there.
Dude, he's giving that Guardian buff, man. Someone's got to do it.
MVP right there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Pretty cool, huh? It's only 7 seconds, but it'll do.
Yeah? Alright, let's just... Ooh. Oh, those warp grinders!
Yeah, the warp quake. Oh, get in there. Come on, baby.
Oh god.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wolfric, no!
Get him. Get him, Anakin.
No! Help!
There's still a ton of werewolves coming, so.
Let's just try to screen this through my my infantry.
Oh no.
Oh, the mammoth.
Oh no, I might just die to terror routes.
Oh! Oh, that's huge. Go, Wolfric, go. Oh, man.
That was a game, Jesus.
What a nail biter.
Well, that was intense. I thought that might get you there at the end, but Deathmaster just couldn't finish the job.
Yeah.
Maybe
Those are mammoths.
maybe this help it will go. We'll see. Oh, never mind. I was like, maybe he'll get it. Dude, I can't wait to cast that one separately.
Oh, yeah.
Skaven Epic. Oh my god, I thought I was just screwed, but you know, the Warp Grinder is pretty decent there in the late game.
Yeah.
It was hard. I felt like my build just didn't work in the beginning though. Like Norska's Rush is just too hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to take all
Like
at once.
I think just going for like a defensive blob with like just Warp Grinders and like Halberds and like Rad Ogres would probably be better. Deathmaster was okay though. I mean, he picked off the casters. You know, he kind of got pounded a little bit, but it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, I'd say for a Footlord, he's got a pretty impressive performance across the board, and he's pretty affordable too, which is really important.
Yeah. It was wild. Damn, dude, that was crazy. that warp ability is really strong. Like even if you only have like 3 models left on the unit, it still snares.
Yeah, gotta remember to chase those off. Yeah.
Turin, have you ever seen a decisive victory in a tourney or between experienced players? Decisive? Yeah, of course. I've seen like 2 really high level players, just one of them just smashed the other one. Yeah, it did it. It worked all right, guys. It was fun. Turin, why would you schedule a FESTAG Bowl the same day as the SEC championship game? I'm sorry, it wasn't me. It was Creative Assembly, so you can take it up with them. All right, I think I got one more in me.
All right.
Who do you feel like playing?
Why don't I show off some Dark Elves then?
You want to do some Elves of the Darkness? Okay. In that case, we already did vampire counts for Stark Elves. That's going up on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
What would be interesting here?
Or actually, why don't I go with vampire counts?
Yeah.
'Cause I know there's someone in chat that probably wants to see some vampire counts.
Okay, vampire counts are fine. I could play... So Skaven versus them is kind of just like turtling, and I don't know how interesting that would be. I guess I'll just do Dark Elves, yeah. I'll do some Dark Elf action. All right, guys, time for some Dark Elves.
Tanks. Okay, yeah. High elves, dark elves. All right. Let's do it.
Prima Goose said had to hop on a work call but couldn't look away. Glad to hear that. Play what else? Oh, no. We're trying to show the new stuff. Trying to show the new goodies here.
Well, this is weird. It seems like a ton of my saved armies just disappeared randomly.
Good.
Huh.
It's treason, then.
Alright, well, I guess we'll just make a new one on the spot.
That's right. It's a tough life. These are trying times we live in. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, I don't know about the Medusa here. I feel like it's not that good. I don't know. I keep wanting to bring it. Then I just regret it.
Here would definitely struggle a little.
Yeah, the terror is like a wasted stat. And the shrine's big thing too is tanking leadership and melee defense, but
Mhm.
I have a fun idea, guys. Don't worry. You're gonna like it. How do I do it? Oh man, but that really calls for this. This guy. Okay, we'll do this, guys. Oh man, I don't know how this is gonna go.
Never know until you try it.
Exactly. Okay, let me read these abilities. Okay, that's fine. Clever girl. It's all the dark Pegasi flying around everywhere. Just got done priming 35 Plague Marines. Life is good. Yeah, it's a shame they didn't get buffed in the recent patch. Yes. I got you guys covered. Don't worry. You're going to like it. Can we get a link to the Discord so I can post my beautiful AdMech army? Saranska, you should already be in there. You've been on streams forever. But yeah, if there's any mods in chat, please drop a link to the goodies. No, the FESTAG Bowl that's going on tomorrow, guys, is different. This is the tournament with... Yes, Wicked, save us. Save us, brother. Tomorrow's tournament is a YouTuber bowl, so it's a bunch of content creators. So we have Dob Plays, HDS, Exploding Hamster, Jana on Occasion, Lore Master of Sotek, my son Herbert Walker, Zardar, and City Cap, who's a Chinese content creator. So it's going to be great. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make sure to tune in. It's going to be on Total War official YouTube and Twitch, so you guys should be able to catch it. Zardar, no, I can't do that against frickin' vampires. It just wouldn't work. Oh man, this build is just... Yeah, it's too much. I gotta tone it down a little bit. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. You know what? Let's have some fun. Screw it. All right, that's decent. We're getting real hog wild with this one, man.
All right.
Full hog. All right, ready when you are. Oh wait, we gotta change maps.
Oh, right.
Let's see. Let's do Oakenhammer. Have we done Oakenhammer yet? Let's do a different one. I think we have. Is Racto Ridge a good map?
This one's kind of small.
Southern Chaos Waste, is that a good one? It's just kind of open, right?
Yeah, this one's small.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's party hard. Zardar wanted the dreaded double Blood Rack Shrine.
Oh, I saw, yeah.
I didn't bring it, though, don't worry. That would be so terrible. Oh my
It's
god.
a little bit extreme.
It might work if, like, I don't know, it depends on how you play.
It could be good if you go for like a really hardcore blob.
Yeah, but I'm always afraid to blob against vampires. Like, I don't know why. Mortis engines and their steady healing really makes them really good at that.
Yeah. High elves can outblob them though. Just give
I
all
feel
the
like
healing.
Malice might be able to in Zarkan form, but then you have to pay a pretty steep premium, right? Like, you have Zarkan in that form. You guys like this
Right.
build? All right. All right, good. You like it? Yes. Esteemed Hollywood actor Jeff Goldblum says, "Yo, Turin, just recently got into playing Warhammer after watching your videos. Got any tips on how to defend your back line?" You know, something that if you're playing in a matchup in which you need to defend your back line, sometimes spears won't just cut it. It's like often a good idea to use your own skirmish cav or like heavy cav, anti-large cav to defend your back line, especially if you're like relying on missile play. That'd be just my 2 cents. Arrow might have some good tips for that too, but like in the beginning, I used to just use spears and think they could like fend things off. But then like, you know, you start playing against players who realize they have enough mass to just push through your spears. So you need some mass to defend your backline effectively, depending on the matchup.
Yeah, not even just that, but like the issue with spears or anti-large infantry in general is just finding the engagements that they want. So like,
Yeah.
while it does give you a decent screen, cavalry moves at like triple the speed of infantry, so they can just kind of circle around and you can't reposition fast enough to catch them.
Yeah. Correct Mundo, man.
Dark arrow.
I think
there's-
it's usually better to take more of like a proactive approach in playing rather than reactive.
Like trying to control the battlefield with your mobility and,
Warriors.
you know, forcing them to be defending against your shit. All right, so this looks good. What does this guy do here? Sorry, guys, I just have to read this tooltip. I haven't really used this guy yet.
Dealers.
It's my first game with him, I think. Okay.
Sorceress of bronze.
I don't know if you're ready for this. This is going to be...
Rookie.
Actually, we should play it a little bit tighter here, I think.
Cold-blooded.
I always realize you don't really need to play wide formation against vampires.
Yeah. Matching them for what's usually a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sorceress of bronze. Sister of the dark convent.
Chariots.
All right, cool. Ready when you are.
Merciless.
Alright, let's do it.
Are you ready for the dreaded double Hydra?
Maybe. Oh. There it is.
With the Beastmaster, dude. All right, let's see what you got. So you got some scary cav, you got a Mortis engine. Okay, it's kind of old school. You know,
A little bit, yeah.
you're not using like a big, you know, ground heavy force.
Going.
Let's see what we got here. Looks like some Bataronis.
Now.
Rookie. Forward. Glorious destruction. Kill everything.
All powerful.
Chariots. To destruction. Murder awaits. Battle ready.
Battle calls.
On to slaughter. Onwards to murder.
On to murder.
Advance, Druki. Following orders.
Sorceress of bronze. Seeking victim. Sorceress.
Slash. Kill.
Medusa's got some wheels, huh?
Yeah. The speedster, alright.
Slaughter them. Druki! Onward! Death is coming!
Warrior, Darius!
Without question, we are ready! Chariots, forward! Murder awaits!
Moving forward.
Going! With haste! Moving! At once! Advancing! Going! Druki! Suffering for all! Death!
Sorceress of Grond! Swiftly!
Cold-blooded killers! Carnage awaits!
Glorious battle!
Oh, wrong ability. Oh well, there we go.
Kill them!
Chariots! Eager for battle! Blood will flow!
Blood will flow.
Destruction!
Beastmaster's definitely got some annoying utility.
Sorceress of Grond!
Yep.
Like the kiting, the tormentor sword.
Pretty strong for sure.
Dark elves! Pull back! I will! Without question, by your command, moving out! Nagarothi! Onwards to murder! Without fail! Eager for battle! On to slaughter! Understood!
And she's like giving Wrathy a shout out and stuff.
Making ground! Summoning strength! Beastmaster! Druki, forward! Roaring minions!
Let's do it again. Gotta read the tooltip on these things.
Yeah.
Dark Soul!
Sealers in death! Battle calls! At last! Animalistic! Die!
Servant of Hecate!
No, chill of Santar. Be brave, my creature.
Overwhelm!
Oh, it's holding her up. For now.
Murder awaits! Make them bleed!
Sorceress of Grond!
Where's the kill? Advancing! Moving out! Suffer! Beastmaster! Following orders!
Eager for blood! Swift!
Quick! By Trakira! Without question, with pleasure!
Yes, goddess!
Predators all! I go!
There's a lot of chaff.
Yep.
Advancing!
Indeed.
Sorceress of Grond!
Cold ones! No mercy! Into position! Maul! For We understand.
My power is yours.
Beastmaster!
A little whiplash on those guys. There we go.
Do not relent!
Oh no.
With me! By Cain!
Jill is back.
Death!
The chill is back indeed.
Feel the lash, minions!
The dreaded double Hydra rises from the ashes.
Fortress of Grod. Wipe them out.
By Drakira! As you say!
Looks like there go those chill geists.
Finally, man, we did a lot of damage to him early, but we couldn't quite get him off.
Yeah, that's the power of the hack.
Yeah, it's really good. But you did really good with it. I'm not saying it's insane or anything. Let's do Firewall.
Bloody murder! No mercy! Chariots! To destruction! As you say! Attack!
All right, we almost got those down. Oh yes, give me those Hydra regeneration procs. It's the kind of
Oh,
nonsense
no.
I need.
Oh no. Break it.
Move! Agreed! Battle ready!
Does the High Beastmaster have anti-large base?
I don't think so.
Oh, let me go ahead and check. No, he doesn't. He does with his missiles, though. Okay. He seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the High Beastmaster. I think there's going to be... Okay, finally got that Mortis engine. I think there's going to be some really nasty kiting builds with it.
Yeah. Tormentor Sword is really nice.
Yeah, that. I mean, that you can put it on anything and it makes him good, right?
I put that shit on everything.
Dude, you have to, man.
What was that, like an Aunt Jemima commercial or something?
I think it was a parody of an Aunt Jemima commercial.
Oh.
Chariots! Carnage away!
Begone, foul bats. They're so... I think you're like it was something we saw in your Everchosen, like the way you use carrion and bats and shit. It's like it's so good, man. It's so like
Thanks.
it's so much value, just like pinning things in. Oh, dude, the chill.
Yeah. They are so obnoxious. Like really well used carrion and bats.
I'm looking here, like
Impossible to kill.
you just have the Vargulf and the Lord. Everything else is zombies.
We are ready!
But
Zombies, one random grave guard.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to save my Chill of Santar. That's like my only way back in this game here. Oh look, he's getting like corralled the wrong way.
Oh no!
Can I block my own Chill of Santar from running?
I think you just did.
Is this like some
Oh!
Oh baby!
Oh!
Yes! Oh, it's
Oh.
on now. It's on.
Chariots!
At once.
Alright, well I'm gonna need these bats back then.
Yes, dude. The final battle. Dude, that's some like MLG shit right there.
Haste!
I don't
That is
even-
insane.
I don't even know how that happened.
Man, if you could make that consistent, that would be great. Oh god, the Hydra came back.
Yes. Strike, my precious.
Advancing! Destroy!
Kill those damn bats. They just won't die.
Chariots! Slay them!
Trying to get freebies where I can. Run, Hydra. Get away from the... Oh, hold on.
Cold-blooded killers!
Ah!
Yeah,
Yes.
it's actually pretty alright.
The breath attack?
Yeah.
Chariots! Hack! Cut!
Yeah, he's trying. That Hydra's going out like a hero for sure.
It's gotta get rid of this guy.
Chariots! Onwards to murder! Following orders!
Not so fast. Oh, nice little tail whip there on the Vargulf.
Oh,
That was nice.
alright. Gonna have to reorganize these forces of mine.
This game is... Dude, all of our games today have just been bonkers, man.
I know.
Yeah.
It's great.
I think my favorite one, though, of all the games we played was the Prince Sigvald one.
That one was so funny.
It was glorious.
I love Sigvald.
He's the best, dude.
I mean, his character actually really sucks, but like, I just think he's the funniest thing.
He is.
Murder awaits.
Okay, let's see here.
End them. Dealers in death. Advance, Druki.
We got the big scary Vargulf coming in.
Yeah! Yeah! Fury of the wilds! The merciless hosts. Advance, Druki. Battle ready.
Come on, Whiplash, Chill of Santar. Oh no. He's not doing it.
Moving out. With me. Going by Kane.
Get the Rams.
Ooh.
Damn, Vargulf just keeps getting knocked over.
Position.
Yeah.
Moving out.
Yeah, these things are pretty obnoxious. For
We
sure.
understand. We sense battle. Making ground.
Oh, poor sorcerers.
Front.
There's too many zombies.
Orders.
Zombies, bats, everything. Ooh.
Chariots. Forgive me. Moving.
Not while the Chill of Santar still draws breath.
Beastmaster.
Oh, I got one back,
Do
sweet.
something about this.
Advancing. Onwards to murder. Lord, move. Ready. I go.
Yeah, the Whiplash thing's pretty cool. It gives a pretty fat damage buff.
To destruction.
Yeah.
Going.
Oh no. He's gone. He's a gunner.
Chariot.
Oh.
Massacre them.
I think the poor Hydra's at his wit's end, man. I don't think he can take any more of this.
Quite a bit over here for sure.
Carnage awaits. On to slaughter.
Maybe he can do some damage here.
Blood for
I have some Dread Spears that were just like in the Shadow Realm. Oh no, the Chill of Santar shattered. Oh, what a tragedy.
That's that.
Dude, that was a great game. GG, man.
GG.
So now I'm going to rest my paw. Falcon's like, the Chill of Santar just smacked this vampire. Yes, he did. Yeah, that was a fun build. I wouldn't call it like competitive, but I think it's not bad. I don't think it's
Yeah.
bad. Like the chariots are pretty oppressive, I think, against like Blood Knight play and things like that. I think if you built fully around that, with like the Scourge Hunter chariots, like 4 of them or 3 or 4, and then just like, you know, mass kite, it'd be pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, mass kite. I mean, mass kite has always been a thing versus vampire counts due to their lack of like missile units.
But even more now, you have like this dedicated anti-large kite that in the late game when it runs
Right.
out can clean up the chaff, you know, with good cycle
Right.
charging.
And then that's a huge thing because like previously you kind of relied on cycle charging and dragons, and kind of like tournament rules limit some of your ability to kind of
Yeah.
do that, right?
Yeah.
So like it definitely helps a lot in that late game scenario after you run your ammo reserves a bit dry and then just are starting to throw everything together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think like obviously the double Hydra isn't terrible against vampires. I think it's okay. But yeah, I think if you want to play High Beastmaster, maybe bring, I don't know, do you bring like the Whiplash ability is pretty decent if we take a look at it.
Yeah.
I had trouble making contact with your guy, but it gives, where is that? Yeah, 50% weapon damage is pretty insane. And AP damage too.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be actually a great steroid for Cold Wind Knights.
Yeah.
More so than
I
like
did do it.
actual
I did it on
monsters.
my Cold One Nights, but you just had
Yeah.
such superior numbers with your Cav, and I couldn't kite you anymore because of the chilling aura, so I just kind of got like
Yeah.
crumped there. But obviously, if you wanted to like fine tune this build, you probably cut the Bloodrack Medusa, cut the Hydras, and then just like maybe go full kite with like a bunch of Cav, and yeah, use that High Beastmaster to torment your sword to protect your kite, and then use the Whiplash to buff your Cav in like the big fights.
Mhm.
But the Medusa wasn't bad. It killed a lot of infantry. Like I thought you might go for an infantry like Graveguard build, and if you did, it would have been pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it could have definitely gotten a lot of value. I think it finished the game with like 80-something kills.
Yeah.
Had those all been Graveguard, like that would have been pretty devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good. So you got time to play more? You want to play Zardar? You want to play a couple showcase games? What are you feeling, man?
Sure, I'll play a couple more.
Yeah.
I think I should have like another 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get to
I
Zardar.
got some time.
Yeah, that's about right for me too. Another 30 minutes or so. Cool, man. So I'm gonna jump out. Zardar will jump in, and then I'll just be casting your games, man. Bring some wild stuff.
Yep.
All right. Are you still in the lobby right now? Did it kick you? No, it's okay.
No, I'm still there.
Wow. I feel like the UI is just quicker in general. Like how quick you get into lobbies and like everything. It's some Empire. Yeah, some Empire versus New Skaven would be fun. All right, man. Cool. So yeah, just start the game whenever. I'm just gonna jump out and start answering questions in chat and doing it to it. And
All right, sounds good.
yeah, thanks for the game, man. Those are some great battles, and looking forward to doing more.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, see you, brother.
Later.
All right, guys. Make sure to check out Aero. He is an absolute hero. I can't believe those Hydras almost came back. The Ice Hydra shattering is somehow appropriate. Oh yeah. So now I'll be reading chat. I'll be able to read chat a little bit more as these two fine gentlemen play. I got to rest my paws for now because tomorrow I have to. We have our big tournament tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I have to freaking like work the camera and stuff. So I just want to not do myself in too bad. Did I see Anna, my lovely wife, in here? Anna? I could have sworn I did for a second when I don't have my freaking laptop though. Right. My favorite color? Oh man, I don't know. I like I don't know. I like red and green and black. Yeah, those are probably some of my more favorite colors. Yeah, thanks, Misha. Appreciate it. Don't forget to slap the like button as if it offended your mother. So, all right. So we have Dark Elves facing off against. It's going to be Zardar and the Tomb Kings facing off against Aero, who's going to be on Dark Elves. Now, this is a matchup that was pretty Tomb King favored, I would say, beforehand. But again, I think some of the new units, like the Scourge Hunter Chariots, could be pretty good here. I don't really think the Medusas. I mean, you guys got to see. I brought up a bit of a meme build, and it still almost did well against a competitive Vampire build. But yeah, the Medusas are very niche. I think you have to be expecting a lot of infantry for them to really pay for themselves. Otherwise, they're just kind of like a weird, awkward piece. Hey, Mr. Pig, you got the emblem? Hell yeah, man. Glad you like it, Jason. Yeah, no, Anna's going to be making more of those. Tyler Peterson, you missed quite a bit. So we basically announced a tournament that's going to be going on tomorrow. And on top of that, we... bats are a really good tar pit unit, especially against elite armies, like single entities. Like if you tar pit like a Shaggoth or anything with bats, it'll tie it down for like forever, right? It's not going to be quick at killing them. Yeah, no worries, Gojira. We'll get you on this week. I'm going to be doing multiple streams over the course of the weekend, and well, not this weekend, but over the course of the week and everything. So we'll hit you up, brother. No stress. Yeah, so for anyone joining, let's go ahead and just run it back here for a second so you guys can see what's going on. All right, so we're going to go to the desk. Perfect. So if you guys look, this is tomorrow's tournament. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Total War YouTube and Total War Twitch, so Total War officials, we're going to be having a YouTuber tournament or an influencer tournament. So these are all folks who have channels of varying sizes, of course. So we have Dob Plays facing off against HDS. HDS's full channel name is Hora del Saqueo. He is a Spanish YouTuber. So they're going to be having a first best of 3. Then it's going to be Exploding Hamster versus Janet on occasion for the next one. Exploding Hamster, of course, a German. I believe he only does German language on his channel, but he's a very, very good player. And as is Janet. I mean, of course, Janet's played Never Chosen, casted a lot of multiplayer, clearly a challenger for sure. So it's going to be Hamster versus Janet. Lore Master of Sotek facing off against my son, Herbert Walker, who's probably the most active tournament host here in the West, at least. I mean, yeah, serious guy for sure. I know he's really good at Greenskins and Beastmen from whispers I've heard, but yeah, it's going to be those two, Sotek and my son, and then it's going to be Zardar Total War, who's playing right now, facing off against City Calf, who is actually a Chinese YouTuber. So he's from Chinese, their own YouTube. He does have a channel here on YouTube as well, but I believe it's just getting started. His channel on Chinese YouTube has like something like 120 or 150,000 subs. It's pretty big, and he's really good too. Crazy micro. So yeah, this is going to be it. This is tomorrow's showcase, Saturday, December 7th, which is tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to be casting on Total War Official. So again, it's not going to be on my channel. So let's go ahead and get back here to the local recording. And yeah, they're still picking their armies. So we got a little bit of time. Another thing that's actually been buffed are the Eyes of the Desert. Yeah, they're actually really good now. Saranska says, Turin, why did Games Workshop get the Wood Elf? I have no idea. Well, Saranska, honestly, I mean, at least Games Workshop announced Old World, so you're going to be able to play your Wood Elves like in Warhammer Fantasy again when it comes back. Fallout for the win. I do live in California, yes. Saranska, fair play, man. Fair play. It's a solid style there. Oof. Solid style indeed. So yeah, we're just getting ready for the next match here. If you guys have any questions about the event or DLC stuff, now's the time. While we're waiting for the games, of course, I'll be casting this battle. So I'm just going to cast like 1 or 2 battles, and then we'll probably call it a night. Don't want to go too long today. Just gotta rest up for tomorrow and be good to go. Very, very excited. Yeah, I think of all the new stuff, the Scourge Hunter Chariots are probably the best that the Dark Elves have to offer. And then for the Skaven, the best units are probably the... I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Skaven stuff is more niche, I think. Like, I think Scourge Hunter Chariots are going to be good in like almost every matchup. Yeah. The Eternal Challenger League is going to be starting probably in like 2 weeks, like a week or 2. You get to see me with a mullet when the next Everchosen happens. Have I received my mass increase? Yeah, I have. I've been eating a lot of burritos and pierogi, so yes. No, Grimgor still sucks, unfortunately. Yeah. Grimgor is still bad. We played a couple games with Grimgor, and he was just a sad case. I don't think Grimgor is going to get his beauty treatment until we get to the what's it called? I can't believe it's only like 3 o'clock right now. It feels so dark. I don't think Grimgor is going to get his beauty treatment until there's a Greenskin DLC. Like, he'll probably get a makeover and just get like buffed and get like a new item and new abilities. Because why not? Save his big launch for then. Let him be a meme for that much longer. Oh, dude, I grow terrible mustaches. Yeah. So Deathmaster in campaign is able to kill faction leaders. He can't wipe out a whole faction, but basically he can... well, maybe he can, actually. Because I think he kills the faction leader and plunges them into anarchy, which means like the faction just goes into open rebellion against itself. I haven't gotten that far in the campaign. I'm on like turn 40 or 50 in my Let's Play. So I'll let you know when we get there. So guys, as far as this matchup goes, it's going to be Zardar Total War, who is actually a Greek content creator, and he's going to be playing tomorrow in the big tournament. He's got Sepulchral Stalkers, which have been buffed. Their laser eyes are pretty similar to the Medusas now, so they actually hit pretty hard with their missile attacks, which I think is great. 2 groups of Nekara Horsemen, it looks like. Couple chariots in the back. Notice 1 skeleton chariot, Tomb Prince, Arc in the black. Couple skeleton archers. I'm really surprised we're not seeing any Ushapti Grapos. They're just a hard counter, essentially, against Scourge Hunter Chariots and missile play, so looks like he's opting to go with Eyes of the Desert as well as a couple skeleton archers. So for the forces of Aerocrastic, it's going to be Shades. Again, Shades are good. They can sneak up and creep on top of like Ushapti Grapos, Constructs. They have great AP values themselves, so it's a very, very good choice. Just a front line of spears and shields and things like that. Sorcerers of Fire, 2 Dread Spears, 3 groups of Scourge Hunter Chariots with Malice Darkblade. Oh yes, Malice is coming. Zarkan Thirsts, and some Dark Riders. So, the Scourge Hunter Chariots have 150 range. Ushapti Grapos can outrange them, but I guess with superior numbers, if you brought like 4 or 5 of these, you could actually do some really good work there. But yeah, I'm eager to see how Aero uses these bad boys. We'll find out here in a second. Just going to minimize and check something. 40k chapter approved was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Good changes for Chaos. Not like enough to make them as good as Space Marines, but still not bad. I'll take any buffs at this point, you know? Yeah, so we'll see. I think Malice is a good choice. He has good AP across the board. Plus, like, dealing with mass hordes of like skeletons and Tomb Guard and things like that. His 8-weave values are quite strong. Yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow, though. And as a matter of fact, we'll probably, after this video is over, I'll do a poll. Here, we'll start battle. I'll do a poll on who you guys think is going to win tomorrow's tournament, and that'll be a little bit of a fun thing to present tomorrow. See what the community thinks, right? Because there's some new faces coming into this that, you know, are creators from other parts of the world who you may not have seen before. So here you can see Tomb King's going to move forward. No Ushapti Grapos to force things forward, but the Eyes of the Desert, I'm really curious about how well they'll do here, the Sepulchral Stalkers. Excuse me, not Eyes of the Desert, so they're just the standard ones. It's cool to see them come into the fold. They were a unit that were kind of a meme for a long time, but I actually think they do have some pretty good applications against like Skaven and things like that. I actually had an early access battle against Jav, which was very interesting, where the Eyes of the Desert basically just nuked a Skaven assassin with their missile attacks. It was really, really devastating. So Scourge Hunter Chariots coming in. Shades are going to rotate to the weak side of this formation, so looking to go away from the strength and the mobility, and they should have some support here with Malice Darkblade and some spears. And Scourge Hunter Chariots just shooting in, going after the Tomb Prince initially, and it looks like now they're going to be going after Arkan. Nice play by Zardar. This is a classic tactic for Tomb Kings. Basically, you get Skeleton Warriors, you drop them in front of just the enemy formation as they're advancing, and it definitely gives you a good tempo pace. These guys are going to push them back. But he doesn't have Ushapti Grapos, so the stalling isn't as strong. You know, normally like a stalling tactic like this is to compensate for Ushapti Grapos. at which point they can continue shooting while your opponent struggles to advance. But in this case, you can see here, Aero does actually have the ranged advantage with the Shades being able to get that better situation here, and it looks like they're shooting at Tomb Guard. Tomb Guard do, of course, have silver shields, but they're still somewhat expensive, so being able to poke those guys really isn't a bad thing. And it looks like Aero is just going to kite those skeletons, which isn't a bad idea. If you take a look as far as the kite goes, yeah, they have another like 10 or 15 seconds, so they'll, well, a little bit longer than that, I suppose, but yeah, they'll be disappearing soon-ish. So Shades continuing to Tokyo drift around the flanks, going to be going in after the Sepulchral Stalkers here. Looks like. Maybe thinking about it. No, going to keep shooting at Tomb Guard, which isn't a bad idea. Just get rid of the elite troops. Granted, it is ammunition intensive. Killing your group of silver shielded infantry with, you know, okay defensive values and armor and stuff is going to take some time. Skeleton Archer is now shooting forward, but the main thing I'm really kind of keeping my eye on for this battle is I want to see how these Stalkers do, and if they're able to get in and get any good shots. Clearly, Zardar's being very careful. He doesn't want to send these guys in and have them just get shot down by the Shades. So one group of Tomb Guards gone. I think it's time, you know, here the Tomb Kings really need to kind of respond in kind because they're taking some heavy losses and aren't really getting anything in return. Arrow's doing a very, very good job kind of kiting these guys apart. So Scourge Runner Chariot's going to be drifting into the front line, going into the Tomb Guard here. And nice charge right there. Might actually crumble those guys, putting him down to negative leadership. And now we have a charge coming in from Zardar, who is going to be collapsing on the other flank. Not as good of a situation, though. It's mostly spears here. And Ark in the Black doesn't even have a skeleton summon to drop right here. It's probably on cooldown still. So that was a bit of an awkward engagement here for the Tomb Kings. But now come the Eyes of the Desert. So the Sepulchral Stalker is going to be pushing in, or not Eyes. I'm sorry, it's just regular ones. But yeah, it looks like the Dark Elves are definitely in much more of a commanding position. Granted, really nice flank there by Zardar. He's able to crash down the hill using these chariots to just slam bam right into those Bleak Swords right there. So getting some decent damage. And for a second I thought, I was like, whoa, did Malice transform already? But it definitely does not want to be transforming. Let's see, how many people do we have in this game watching? I can't show. There might be other spectators that are lagging a little bit, but nonetheless, Scourge Runner Chariots in the back going to be getting into the Blessed Legion of Demonetization, and it looks like he might not have them on fire at will. I think that Aerocrastic is saving the ammunition, and Zardar, realizing his backline's kind of becoming a bit of a disaster here, is going to be pulling his horsemen and chasing, but if Aero can respond quick enough and get away with the chariots, that's going to be a huge win. Looks like a Burning Head's going to be going down here as well, which is just going to just roast these Tomb Guard. Just so much damage. Oh my god, Value Train right there. Those Tomb Guard just getting taken apart pretty effectively, and these other Tomb Guard over here are going to get melted as well. So we got some spears coming in, some Sepulchral Stalkers as well. Zardar is kind of on the chase. It seems like the chariots are running him for a good old-fashioned loop-de-loo. As here in the back, it looks like there was a Buna or Spirit Leech effect that did go down to the Shades or some sort of pressure, but still they're shooting pretty happily. They're just shooting into the Sepulchral Stalkers. We're now down to 10 models, and the heavy AP bolts coming in from those Dark Elf missiles going to be quite devastating. So here we do have Ark in the Black. He's lurking about, looking for an opportunity to maybe get some gooning here on Malice, but Malice, again, is a much more powerful combatant. Malice with his buffs, especially the Blood Price and the Demon's Curse, is going to be able to easily outtool Ark. But granted, there's a Tomb Prince there. You guys can see there's a little bit of a Tomb King's Prince hanging out. Of course, he has anti-large and armor piercing, but guys, we haven't even seen Malice's final form yet. The Spirit Leech is going to be going down. Zardar knows he needs to start working on this, but you can see the game's slowly starting to kind of creep away from him. His archers really haven't paid their dues, and honestly, he just doesn't have an answer for the Scourge Runner Chariots. I think, I mean, anymore. The Stalkers were a bit of an answer before because of their halberds and mass, but yeah, I think the Chariots are just going to run rampant, just cycle charge all over his stuff here. Malice is going to put up a good fight here as well. You can see he's actually beating down that Tomb Prince, and he can still transform into the Zarkhan, which will make him just go just straight up ham bone on these guys, just destruction mode. Chariots in the back line running through these skeleton archers, now going to be transitioning into the front line, going after these Tomb Guard, which isn't a bad choice at all, getting into those guys. Dark Elves just have numbers everywhere. Hagwraith quite comfortable here in the situation as these guys do go back down the hill. Just going to be just going all through these archers, and really good ammunition conservation here by Aero as well. You know, he still has a lot of ammo, so in the battle here, he can just run away and kite if he has to. So in my experience, unless like if you're running amongst infantry on Scourge Runner Chariots, you definitely want to turn off the fire at will. Otherwise, you're going to find that you're low on ammo in the late game. So Zardar is responding with a new Shopee summon here, but Malice Darkblade is just going deep here and taking out this Tomb Prince like easy. Tomb Prince is down, and it looks like Aero might be switching into his demon form just to entertain us. I'm not sure. Looks like Spirit Leech going down. Now the Burning Head going to be going down as well, which will, yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I guess it finished off those archers. Yeah, the Dark Elves just have the numbers advantage everywhere. You can see they have Bleak Swords everywhere, and yeah, the Scourge Runner Chariot's making a big difference. Granted, Zardar didn't bring the traditional competitive build, which is like 2 Shopti or 3 Shopti Great Bows, and they would have actually been a really good counter against his style of play, I think. But yeah, Malice is coming in. He's into Zarkhan form. He's just going in and just annihilates, just feasts on the soul of Ark in the Black. And that's going to be the game for Aero. He's on a roll today, doing very, very good. Doing very, very good indeed. So we got to see the power of Warp Grinders today, all kinds of crazy stuff. And in that match, we got to see the Sepulchral Stalkers do pretty much nothing, and the Chariots just Just own. Just do all the work. Yes. It is tomorrow. Today we're just doing show matches, guys. Turin, before you end the stream, can you pull that gremlin out from under the bed? Yeah, I can go grab Wookie. Will Indy probably be participating? He was invited, but he said no, so he will not be participating. There was a fair amount of... We invited, like, every big multiplayer YouTuber you can think of was invited, and they all pretty much said no, unfortunately. Alas, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, it'll be on the Total War channel on YouTube, and it'll also be on... But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing either, because it's an opportunity for up-and-coming channels to get a good showcase. Yeah, Sepulchral Stalkers didn't have stock before, if I'm not mistaken. But I think they do now. Can you pull out the gremlin? Yeah, we'll get Wookie. Yeah, the portraits across the board are just, like, really, really good. He needed great bows. He needed the great bows. The stalkers are expensive. I'm gonna grab some water real quick, guys. They said no because it's the SEC championship. I doubt it. Yeah, before only the ROR had stock. Now they basically just have better stats. I don't know if anything actually changed aside from that. One second, guys. Now they all have it, yeah. Where the hell is Nagash? Sleeping, probably. All right. So Zardar is going to be going Norska, and Aero is going to be going Tomb Kings, it looks like. Aero, let's see your Skaven. Handle Norska. Nosra. I just mangled that. I'm actually painting a... Oh, I wonder if I could show you guys. The lighting in here is really bad. I've been working on my new Alpha Legion army. My Alpha Legion and Night Lords. I've been painting those guys up for 40k. Yeah, it probably would be hard. Mr. Pig, I think they gave the ROR a little bit more damage on its missile attacks. Yeah, aside from that, though, I don't think there was any substantial tweaks. Flying Dutchman, they'll give us patch notes probably sometime this week. And we'll be able to show you guys from there. Should not be a problem at all. So hopefully Aero plays Skaven. I was hoping to see some Rat Boys. I wanted to see how he would deal. I think like of all the new Skaven stuff, Warp Grinders would probably be the thing you'd bring against Norska. Just like the snares are really valuable. Max Henretta says, "Hey Turin, I'm playing Lizardmen campaign with 19 Stegodons and a Banana Slime." That sounds pretty brutal. So yeah, he's going Rats now because we saw like we had a really close game, Aero and I. Granted, you know, I brought a bit of a, I wouldn't say an optimized build, but I think the double Warp Grinder is really strong. Deathmaster is a little bit risky there because he just gets trampled by mammoths too easily. I think you still would go with a different one. Yeah. So yeah, I'm working on it. You guys want to see? I'll go to, hey, look, it's Milk and Cookies. He's here. Dude, and he has a sweet check mark, and I'm just here like some filthy peasant. Look, I'll type. I don't have a check mark. See, look at that. Just disrespectful. So yeah, guys, just while we're waiting, I know we have a couple people in here. Let's go ahead and jump over and look at the desk for today. So yeah, this is tomorrow's tournament. So Saturday, December 7th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Total War official Twitch and YouTube. So it's basically going to be the same as Everchosen. It'll be a lot more expedient though, because we're doing it all in one day, and we're just going to jump from game to game. There's not going to be a lot of like post-game breakdown in between. So Dob plays versus HDS, Exploding Hamster versus Janet on occasion, Loremaster of Sotek versus my son Herbert Walker, and Zardar Total War versus City Cav. So that is tomorrow's showdown, and yeah, let's head on back. Let's head on back to the battle, guys. So Aero's Rats versus Zardar's Norska. Although, yeah, Zardar's build looks pretty similar to what Aero used against me. But I think really a big key, I think Warp Grinders are going to be super good. They're like really, really powerful for like crowd control and also for dealing with Norscan infantry. Yeah, I think Zardar is bringing like almost the exact same build actually. I don't think warp grinders need to be nerfed. I don't think they do. They're strong, but I don't think they're like insane. Oh, look at Invicta. He's got a sweet check mark too. All of you guys with your check marks. I'm just here a peasant. I think you have to have like 100,000 for it. Yeah. There will be post-game breakdowns and things like that, but we're not gonna like have a couch segment. You know how like at Everchosen they go to the couch and they talk for like 10 minutes about the game. We're just gonna be going like balls deep through the wall, like game to game, because we have a time limit that we have to like finish in a certain amount of time. Dead Adventurer just with the white check mark, the fake one. Any matchup you reckon is worth bringing to Henowin? Really liked Skink Moses. Yeah, so Tehenowin isn't bad because he has Manticore summons. And Manticore summons like are really oppressive and really strong, especially with a faction that has pretty good single entities. So let's say like in most competitive tournaments or multiplayer, you're limited to 3 single entities, right? You can only have 3. So you come in with like 3 big, you have a Carnosaur, you have like a big Stegodon, you have something else, and then 2 Manticores on top of that. That's a lot for someone to deal with. So I think like Tehenowin can be okay for summoning Manticores. Like that's basically his call in life. And then from there you just kind of fly him around and try and snipe casters and things like that. He's not a great duelist versus like other big thick boys in my experience. Take it, it's yours. Thanks, man. Does any other units have the ability to destroy walls? Yeah, the warp grinders can. You know what's actually really neat about warp grinders is they can, if you use the warp grinder's ability below a wall, it will damage the units on top of a wall. So it makes them really good for putting warp grinders in gatehouses and then just popping their abilities because they can drill the gates down and damage the units on top. Amber Spear is okay. It's more niche against like dwarves and stuff and like iron breakers, but yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. So now we're jumping in here. Looks like Zardar's ready. His army's a little bit different, actually, than the one we saw earlier. Arrow, I would imagine, is going to have a defensive formation with Plague Priest, Hellpit Abomination, Council Guard, Rat Ogres, and Double Warp Grinder. I think that's really, like, if you're going to use the new stuff and also, like, kind of evolve that meta, I think Double Warp Grinder is so good, because Norska loves to just come in with these big, thick punches. So being able to slow their roll and also do AoE damage to their Berserkers and stuff is really, really strong. That's pretty funny, Optimus. Yeah, so yeah, to get the check mark on YouTube, you have to have like 100,000 subs, I think, is what it is. I know there was like a big scandal about that recently. Like where everyone was like, they were changing the way you get like verified and like all this crazy stuff. All monsters now? Yeah, you could even go double Hellpit against Norska. I don't think that's a bad idea. Because like with the warp grinder, you can get the good engagements. You can like snare down their monsters and make sure you get the charge bonus, and they don't. There's a couple of cool tactics. Warp grinders are really squishy though. Like they're glass cannons. They have low models and terrible HP. So if they get caught like by anything or any sort of missile pressure, they just crumble. That's why they're balanced, I think. Like if they were tanky and like a full unit, oof, that'd be rough. That'd be rough. Yes, Skaven Warlord. Yes, yes. Please, please. So this will be the last game of the day. Mainly the point of the stream was to announce the FESTAG Bowl tomorrow, the Content Creator Showdown. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show matches and all that stuff. Some really good games. Man, we had some crazy ones earlier. I really thought Deathmaster was actually going to get Wolfric in that game we were playing. I really thought that was going to happen. Oh man, that was close. Thinking deeply here. Some deep tactics being discussed. I cannot wait to just take a nap after this. And also for my campaign, I'm going to be doing the first 3 episodes of the campaign as videos, and then after that I'll be live streaming my Deathmaster campaign to finish it. And it's a really fast campaign. I think Deathmaster's campaign you'll finish probably like in 100, 110 turns. And with like the new turn timers, that's like, you can get there in like, you know, a good 5-6 hours of playing. I know like Legend of Chota War with his like streams, I would imagine he's probably going to finish it in no time. Granted, he is on Legendary, so. Hey, Sranska. Take care, man. Go play your Ratty campaign, dude. Treat yourself. It's good to see you. Turin, any idea if new units are in their release date? I mean, so more or less what you're seeing is what you're going to get probably. There might be some minor tweaks, like very minor, but yeah, there were a couple nerfs already to the avalanche mortars, but I think like more or less what you see is what you got at this point. All right, so the players are ready. They're on Pillar of Bone, which is a great map. And I'm really excited to see Aero's build because I'm an okay Skaven player, but I would say Aerocrastic is like a Skaven main. Like, he's really, really good at Skaven. So I'm curious to see what he'll integrate here. Like, I wonder if he'll use, like, the Warp Grinders and the Guando Rats, like the Halberd Rats with, like, Slingers to Weeping Blade. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe some Storm Vermin with Warp Grinders. Like, there's so many different ways you can play now with them. Yeah, so basically, if you guys have watched any of the campaign Let's Plays for an early access here, you'll probably have noticed that turn times are like exponentially faster. Like, it's insane. Like, Vortex campaign turn is like, when you click past turn, it's back to you in like 10 seconds, 8 seconds. It's nuts. It's so good. It makes me like want to play more campaign. Optimus Pine, can I reach 100k with Warhammer 40k? Are you saying like if I cover that content? Yeah, you guys are going to love it. It's a lot of quality of life stuff coming in. Country roads, take me home. Originally, I was just going to like jump on and stream and like announce the tournament, and then suddenly 2 hours later, we're like casting multiplayer battles. Oh, man. It's wild times we live in. Wild times. All right, guys, just checking one thing here. Yeah, my freaking laptop. So here's what happened. I have a laptop from like 2012, right? And believe it or not, I had never like shut down the laptop. I just kept like charging it and closing the screen. So I like forgot the password to the laptop because it's from like 2012. So I can't even get on my laptop to like have chat open. So I have to minimize now. Yeah, milk and cookies, Morgan, you're 100% correct. It's like a game changer. Like it makes me want to cover more campaign and play more campaign. Because like before it was like so tedious sometimes. All right, guys, so here we are. It's going to be Zardar Total War playing the Norskins, and it's going to be Aerocrastic playing the Forces of the Rats. So somewhat similar build. Only one Warp Grinder, it looks like. So he has one Warp Grinder here. And let's see, does he have another one lurking about? I'm surprised he's not going with 2, just to get more battlefield control, but I guess it's less to protect. So for Aero in the front line, it's Clan Rats, Skaven Slaves. He does have Warp Fire Throwers and Eshin Sorcerer as well, with Brittle Bones. You know what? Brittle Bones actually probably pretty good in the Norskin blob fight, right? If you guys take a look here, lowers melee defense and speed, and if you overcast it, it hits everyone in a radius, which is really, really strong. Armor of Darkness is the same thing. It can single target or overcast to hit a radius, so again, you can make your guys... You know, that's something I guess I should have thought about. Granted, I think the summons are really strong, but you can still have a Plague Furnace and the Eshin Sorcerer, so... Warp Grinders in the back, Hell Pit, he has Rad Teethbreakers and Ikit Claw on a Doom Wheel. That's pretty much it, so not too much new stuff. It looks like he's mainly using the Warp Grinders. No Guando Rats or, yeah, just Warp Fire Throwers. And for Norska, it's going to be Berserkers and Marauders, Javelins in the back, very, very good against Rat Ogres and Hell Pits. Skin Wolves, the premier condom brand of the old world, definitely very solid against Rat Ogres and Hell Pits with their anti-large. And honestly, good enough mass to push through most Skaven trash. Trash. I made it into one word. Shaman Sorcerer with Fireball, and it looks like big Papa Wolfric here on top of his Mammoth. Should be fun. All right, so as we go here, let me minimize and answer questions. Yeah, Mortal Empires is like really quick now. It's really, really quick, guys. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it. Oh, where'd they go? I just misplaced something. I'm just forgetting things, and yeah, wild times we live in. So, let them begin, let them fight. The Warp Fire Throwers, I'm really curious to see how he uses these, or maybe they got buffed or changed or something, and I'm just not aware of it yet. Maybe they have some sort of a niche application here against the dreaded Berserker line here in the front. We'll certainly find out as they advance. And I think there's a Vanguard back here from Norska as well. So up here on the high ground, you can see some Norskan Warhounds from Zardar. Looks like one here, one here. Those guys are going to have their work cut out for him. But the Warp Grinder is going to give him some pretty good battlefield control. Oh, look at this. This actually misses. So Aerocrastic does have one of the new RORs, the Vixtrin's Death Squad, which do have the Weeping Blades. And yeah, I mean, decent against infantry for sure. They have a bonus for infantry, 41 melee attack, 54 melee defense on those rats. Damn, they're very, very tanky. Kind of like Sisters of Slaughter a little bit. Anyways, Ikit Claw's going to be running in here. Skin Wolves from Zardar are going to be rotating outwards, coming in for that kill right there. And you can see Marauders taking some light casualties. Warp Fire Throwers, ooh, look at that. Bathing those Brutes of the Hound for sure, down to 66 models. Wow, look at the burst damage on those guys. They've almost paid for themselves. If those Warpfire throwers can keep it up, you can get one more nice spray on them. That's what she said. It'll certainly not be bad. So Vikstrin's Death Squad going to be falling back. Zardar needs to pick up the tempo here. He's taken a royal hammering. Oh my god, these Brutes of the Hound just being massacred. Crossfire coming in from Rattling Gunners. Wow, okay, that was... Talk about blunting a charge. I mean, there's literally 27 of these guys left. If the Warpfire weapons teams can get back now and the Rat Ogres can kind of sally forth and defend this position, that would be really nice. So here, Brittle Bone has been activated as well. So suddenly, melee defense on these guys, Iceborne Marauders, is 0. It's 0 on these Berserkers. And it looks like Norske is going to be trying to overload this flank, going for the weak side of the formation. But we'll see if they're able to kind of bunker bust through all of these guys. Now, so far, I'm pretty impressed with his Warpfire throwers. Melting the Brutes of the Hound basically pays for themselves. So even if Arrow loses them already, if the Warpfire throwers go in the can here, get caught, he's already accrued the value that he's really looking for. So here, the Teethbreaker Rattling Gun's going to be opening up on the Skin Wolves, and the Rat Ogres, of course, intercepting as well. Taking some Javelins to the face, though, so Zardar is certainly giving some damage back, and now you can see this is the time where he needs to strike. So in the back line, he's forcing through his Skin Wolves. On top of that, the Mammoth is going to be coming in, but the Helped Abomination should be able to intercept and at the very least do some damage, especially with the support of some of these Clan Rats right here. Some Doggies in the back jumping on top of Skaven Slaves, and here comes the Warp Grinder. So let's go ahead and just zero in on these bad boys and see what Arrow has planned. I would imagine he's going to use them to maybe snare all of these guys right here to let his Teethbreakers get back. It's basically what I tried to do against Aerocrastic when we were playing in our game, and it worked pretty well, actually. So here it comes. Looks like that's going to be the Warp Quake. No, that's Seismic Snare. So it is snaring in place. The Skin Wolves here, yeah, so it's pretty much just these two groups of Skin Wolves are locked in place here, allowing the Teethbreakers to get back and potentially shoot. Now, Zardar has a pretty big opening here. These Norskin Warhounds could potentially zip up and under here and jump on top of the Teethbreakers and, you know, honestly get some really good damage in. So if he wants to just drift over here, that's a really, really good pick right there. As far as the rest of the battle goes, Ikit Claw just going ham in the back line. Obviously, the Doom Wheel is faster than a Mammoth, 72 speed against 56. So he's able to get away pretty efficiently there from Wulfric. Hunter of Champions would, of course, allow the distance to be closed, but it's not necessarily going to allow him to be caught. So in the back, Zardar with a really good capitalization. He is able to get these Norskin Warhounds and jump on top of the Teethbreakers, which is a must kill, and he needs to get these guys off like 100%. Back in the main line, though, Hellpit's doing pretty good. Eshin Sorcerer in good shape, and the Warp Grinders here are now popping the AoE damage, but I don't think there's anything in the radius, really. Still 12 Brutes of the Hound still going strong. That's pretty awesome. Here in the center, oh, he does have the Ixchas Triads as well, so I did miss this. So these are the Regiment of Renown of the Eshin Triads, and they can create clones of themselves. The clones don't do damage, but it's a really good distraction / blocking piece. I think it's something that you will be seeing in a fair amount of competitive Skaven play. So those rats, honestly, will be pretty good against the frickin' Skin Wolves here. They do have anti-large. Looks like there's going to be a burning head going down from Zardar here as the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire preparing that. But it looks like Arrow partially dodges it. Takes a little bit of it to the face. Ooh, that's not good for the Norskins. The Warpfire throwers are back online, getting some nice blast right there into the Marauders. And my apologies, guys, if I'm not getting too loud and excited. I'm just trying to rest my voice for tomorrow. But anyways, Ikit Claw running away from the Werewolves. The Warpfire weapons teams here might be able to roast some of these guys. Honestly, he could fight with Ikit for a second to allow them to shoot. And it looks like there's going to be some Witchcraft coming in from the Eshin Sorcerer. Are they going to shoot? Are the Warpfire weapon teams going to be able to get that melting damage? And yeah, ooh, oh, that's some good damage right there. That did... Is there 2 groups of Skin Wolves there? Wow, look at that damage coming in from the Warpfire throwers. That weapons team just instantly breaking both those Skin Wolves. Now, they do fire damage, and Skin Wolves are extra weak to fire, but on top of that, Skin Wolves are lightly armored. Beautiful play there. That damage, the burst damage in conjunction with the Terror Route coming in from Ikit Claw was very, very high value right there. Now, if we look over here, you can see that Wulfric the Wanderer is seismically snared, so he's pinned down by that weapons team right there, or the other weapons team, the Warp Grinders. Looks like the pirate ship of Wulfric going in, but Norska still has a lot of stuff. I mean, they have Iceborne Marauders, they have Berserkers, they have Javelins in the back, which, oh, this is actually not good for Aerocrastic. The 2 Javelins here, going to be able to sit and get some really good shots here on top of the big boy. Here it comes, shooting into the back of that big old Hellpit Abomination. Yeah, Arrow, and he realizes this, I think. He's going to be pulling in the Triads here, which will be able to take him out pretty easily, and plus he does have the Ikit Claw himself coming in to help. He needs his Hellpit to be healthy, because in the late game, there's going to be a ton of Skin Wolves, there's going to be a big Mammoth here, there's going to be a lot of scary stuff. So here comes the Hellpit Abomination, surging forward, and here he goes, jumping in, clubbing some of these guys, taking them to that sweet club, 50-cent style. Oh no, Hunter of Champions going down. Unlimited Power also does some damage to himself here with the greatly improving the recharge rate, but it looks like Norska might actually be pulling ahead in this battle a little bit. I mean, if he loses Ikit Claw, 100%, really good Hunter of Champions. It actually puts Ikit down to 37 speed, which is actually substantially slower than Wulfric here, who's at 56 right now. Wulfric coming in again, getting a great attack, and it looks like Ikit is going to break here. Hunter of Champions active for another 4 seconds, give or take. Is Wolfric going to be able to get the killing blow? It does not look like it. However, if Zardar is on his game here, and he's able to get the Skin Wolves, he should be able to chase the Claw off the battlefield. So the tide is turned. Earlier in the battle, it looked like the Skaven were ahead, but it looks like Zardar is going to be pulling ahead in this game as the Helmet Abomination is starting to break. The Javelins are throwing in guard mode. Skin Wolves, the Premier Condom Brand, are on top of it, and you can also see that the Wolfric is going to come in and probably be able to finish this guy off. There are some reinforcements for Skaven. We do have Rat Ogres here in the distance. We have the Warp Grinder teams just going ham, just doing the Warp Quake, doing some really solid damage against Marauders. And yeah, it's really good against light infantry. I definitely think bringing a couple is very, very worth it for those clutch moments here in the game. And yeah, you can see the Norscan infantry are probably going to get buckled here by the rear charge with Rat Ogres. Granted, Wolfric is coming in as well. And Zardar, at this point, if he chases off the Hellpit Abomination, but doesn't, essentially, doesn't let it come back, I think he's going to be in commanding position. I just don't see any way for the Rats to come back at this point, especially with Wolfric being so healthy. There still is an Eshin Sorcerer here. We have some, Ixcha's Triads over here, which will be okay, but they're so beat up at this point. I don't think they're going to be real game changers. The Warfire Weapons team still in line, 67 kills on those guys, but again, I don't know what they can really do here. There are some Rattling Gunners, actually. Rattling Gunners coming back online. Looks like only 5 of them, getting some spraying fire into the Skin Wolves, who are buffed up by the Scroll of Shielding. Really good reaction there by Zardar. And you can see Wolfric is going to be he's just going to be rampaging throughout the battlefield. And again, there's not much that can stop him. Triads, of course, pretty powerful, but they're squishy themselves. Even fighting against Marauder Javelins, they're going to be taking some punch. 20 armor, 36 melee defense isn't bad, but whenever they do makes contact with them, it will actually hurt quite a bit. So the Rats are reforming ranks here. It looks like the Eshin Sorcerer is going to be teaming up with some Clan Rats. Some, what are these, Skaven Slave Slingers over here. So he's got some reinforcements, but Zardar was able to clean up the center here. And yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what's he's going to be able to do here. Yeah, and you can see the Wolfric coming in, getting that big old mammoth stomp right there on top of those guys. Night Runner's broken off. Wolfric and company just dominating this part of the battlefield. Hellpit Abomination getting chased off. And once the Hellpit is actually off the battlefield, the bounce power is going to get to the point where it's like point and no return type stuff. Yeah, and the Skin Wolves are also regenerating, which is pretty powerful. So, like, there's a lot of stuff here that could potentially poke Wolfric, and there's not too much left for Norska, actually, if you look around. I mean, it's mainly Marauders here and there, and a couple Berserkers here who are just super beat up. And you can see the Warpfire Weapons teams might be able to get some good shots. That's pretty unfortunate for those guys. Yep, not fun. There's one Brood of the Hound left. Nope, none. Those guys are gone. Warpfire Weapons teams doing the trick. In the distance, it looks like the Ixcha's Triads were able to finish off these Marauders, taking some serious damage on the way in, and it looks like the Ninja Star might be getting thrown. Yeah, here it comes. 200 damage, that's about right. From the tests I actually did a testing video on all the new lore stuff, and it usually does about 200 to 400 damage depending on what you're shooting. It can do a lot more against light armor, but yeah, it's still, not going to be enough here. Skin Wolves charging in, Wolfric coming in, probably going to be a mass terror route as he gets close. Rat Ogres, I believe, do have Frenzy, but when their Frenzy's gone, they're not immune to Psychology, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you can see Frenzy's active, so immunity to Psych is active on the Ogres, but once the Frenzy wears off, they're probably going to get terror routed and just pushed off. Yeah, the Skaven just in a mass exodus here. Wolfric coming in, the Eshin Sorcerer pulling back. There is a Warp Grinder back online who can potentially lock down that situation. Aerocrastic, ever the savvy scrapper here, does have the Ixcha's Triads coming back in as well. But you can see the Skaven getting pushed off pretty bad here. As the Warpfire team, yeah, they're going to be done for. So yeah, that was quite a game. I mean, it's still a little bit of action going on, but I think it's mainly going to be cleaned up at this point. As, yeah, we got to see... I honestly think Norska's pretty good against Skaven. It's been a tricky one for me for quite some time to try and figure out. But, I mean, Skaven can still win it, but, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what you could do differently. I mean, I think getting a Plague Furnace to deal with the masses of infantry is pretty good, and I think the Eshin Sorcerer was a bit of a showcase. I think getting summons actually makes the matchup a lot easier for the Rats. Like, just summoning Plague Monks and, Clan Rats to muck things up. Here comes big old Wolfric. Gonna be getting a Ninja Star in the back. Very dishonorable Skaven over there. Well, I guess not dishonorable. They're tactical Skaven. And here comes Wolfric and the remnants of the Skin Wolves. Ixcha's Triad's going to be making a last stand with some of the Rat Ogres, and I wonder... I bet you Arrow actually has a summon in the back pocket. Not a summon, but a clone. So the Ixcha's Triads can make clones, which is really, really neat. So you guys will see it here. Yeah, there's the clone right there. Did he do it yet? No, he went into Concealment Bomb, so these guys are currently invisible. And might be able to get an ambush here. Look at that. Yeah, so he made a clone. Isn't that cool? So the clones don't do any damage. Oh, wait. Oh, they fixed that. So you guys can see the Ixcha's Triads don't have the Unbreakable icon on them anymore. That used to actually be an issue, and I'm pretty sure they fixed that with Lothanar as well, which is really cool. So the Rats are going to be collapsing inward, Wolfric coming in as well, Eshin Sorcerer waiting on the wings. But yeah, honestly, really good play here from the Triads, but obviously the actual Triads are going to be breaking here, and there's 2 more Skin Wolves in the distance, which are just healing, and they're coming back to the battle now, so that's going to be really, really tough to deal with. as those guys just kind of mosey their way back on in. And yeah, Ixchis Triads in a little bit of trouble here. These are the last of their people. Big old Wolfric just coming in. Looks like the Eshin Sorcerer going to be throwing a Ninja Star, quite glorious. Oh, he just Ninja Starred that guy in the face. But alas, the Eshin Sorcerer is going to go down, being feasted on by a pack of feral werewolves. And the clones are going to be disappearing here in a second. The Revenge of the Clones, not going to be the case. It's really cool, though. I like that they don't show as unbreakable anymore, so your opponent can't tell which ones are the real ones. That's really, really nice. GG. GG indeed. Yeah, they did that for all the clones. It's really, really good. Yeah, that's a solid change. Matthew Hansen, coming home early from work, and look who's hosting a tournament. Take my money and give it to Wookiee. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Tournament's tomorrow. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, the ROR triads are really good. Oh, hi, Indy. It reminds me of the room. Oh, hi, Mark. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the desk. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, make sure to tune in. We have our YouTuber / Twitcher showdown, which is going to be going on at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll see you guys there. Special thanks to everyone who, for playing today, Zardar and Aerocrastic for showing up. Really appreciate having you guys on stream. And also, we have donations from Daddy's Girl Striple and Matthew Hansen, and then, of course, from Tamantan Lars on PayPal. Thank you so much. Cheers from Turin, the actual city. Hey, Lorenzo, that's awesome, man. Yeah, my family's from northern Italy, actually, so very, very cool. All right, guys. You guys rock. We will see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun. A lot of good, fierce competition from some familiar faces in the community. And again, thanks to the mods as well for helping out here in chat today. I really appreciate all you guys. And yeah, that's it. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you around. Cheers.